Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Mike, and this high school basketball video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your team's next event. Marathon week continues for Long Beach Poly. They're visiting Compton in another big-time Moore League basketball showdown. The Babes and Malachi Scott hoping to pull off an upset of the Jackrabbits, but Poly's ball movement very impressive to open the game. This is a team that is playing 6 games in 7 days this week and then 6 games in 7 days next week as they're making up those COVID postponements, so that's a lot of basketball. But the Jackrabbits staying locked in on defense, led by the man, the myth, the motor, Darren Buddha Henry. Jackrabbits forced 14 turnovers in the game. Henry forced 4 of them, including on the 5-second walk-up call right there. Jackrabbits offensively, Giovanni Ruff, more rough stuff from the freshman, and one for the three-point play. But as we've seen so far this season already, Uno can score the three-point play in the modern way as well, stepping back in the corner. For Compton, Avant Gilmore had 2 threes in the first quarter, including that big one right there off of the scramble play. Chris Watson, though, for Poly, so good at getting into the lane. It's been seeing him do this his entire career, and he can do it from the perimeter, too. A tough matchup. The always ready to drive it, but able to shoot it, too. Nasir Riley, it was written, the big block on Watson right there. And then after the block, a huge 3 from Scott is going to cut the Poly lead to 18-14 after 1. Then watch Henry go to work with a pair of nice dimes, getting into the lane and always looking to facilitate. Great wraparound dish to the corner to Marcel Hayes right there. And then Cameron Malone, a nice make for the Babes. Poly definitely taking control in the second quarter, though. Ruff, the freshman, a one-man 5-0 run. He had 16 in the game. Forces a turnover on the steal and layup. He wanted to step through coaches as Compton calls a timeout, and he goes to the bench. Coach is just saying, "You got to bang that one next time, young fella." Brandon Relaford, a huge basket for Compton. Relaford really keeping him in the game, but they're still down 12 at halftime. In the third, Buddha busting out the Lotus Sutra with a nice move right there. Compton not going away as Placido Silva with a big triple. Malachi Scott going to work on the boards. Definitely needed that from him against the undersized Jackrabbit team in the paint. But Chris Watson with the most I grew up hooping with a big brother bucket that you've maybe ever seen. Gilmore taking it the other way for Compton. They were hanging in there in the third quarter, but not a lot of scoring for Compton. Ruff, Watson, Ruff, Watson. That's going to put Poly up 15 late in the third, and it definitely felt like it was slipping away from Compton. You could see a lot of frustration on their side as Tony Thomas calls a timeout. Jackrabbits celebrating. Daniel Hardy put what maybe kind of felt like an exclamation point on this one. That puts them up 17. They would lead 15 going to the fourth quarter, but Trajan Townsend looking like Big Zion. Compton just playing great defense. They get a 10-0 run to cut the lead. Malachi Scott on the dish off the backboard, and then Relaford clutch at the free throw line. This is a 12-0 run. They call a foul on Henry here. Poly coach Shelton Diggs not super thrilled with that call, nor were the Jackrabbit fans, but Compton playing great defense and knocking down their free throws. Relaford super clutch. He's going to cut it to 1, a 14-0 run for Compton to start the fourth quarter. Watson finds Hayes. That's Poly's first bucket of the fourth quarter, more than 5 minutes in. And then Chris Watson with the big block of Relaford. Jackrabbits defense locked in this fourth quarter as the game got close, and Compton could not convert down the stretch. Watson's going to scoop it up and running. Jackrabbits would make their free throws here in the fourth. Watson makes both of those, starting to add to that lead. Watson would finish with 21, but he did a great job distributing as well. Good look to get it down there to Ruff. And then Watson also, obviously, we know this, able to finish himself. This one's going to put it out of reach as Poly goes up by 9 to quiet that quick Compton run. Jackrabbits win it 60-49 to stay undefeated in league, but another huge week of Moore League play next week. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including Ocean Law Center. Tons more basketball with this condensed makeup schedule that we've got going on here. Very excited to see how the Moore League shakes out next week. For all that coverage and everything else, Long Beach Sports, you got to keep it right here.